and transformed into something new. That old room transformed into something new. And that's what God wants to do in our lives. And that leads us to the application. After all that, there's some application for Isaiah. In verse 8, then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, here am I, send me. The Lord's question is not a generic invitation to anybody who wants to go to be a missionary in Africa. I heard that in that way so many times, is who's going to say who will go? No, Jesus is asking Isaiah a specific question based on the experience that Isaiah has had up to this point. Isaiah has been revealed to the glory of God. He's been illuminated to his own brokenness. And then he has been transformed by God. And now God is asking not just a generic question, he's asking a very specific question. He's not just asking, who's going to go for us now? I think he's asking Isaiah specifically and saying, so now, are you going to do something? Are you ready now? Because I've done all this in your life. Are you prepared? And Isaiah's answer is very, very telling. Because Isaiah 6, and I'm not meaning to be coy or sarcastic or anything, but Isaiah 6 means that there's a chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5 in the book of Isaiah. And Isaiah 6 finally happens, and this all takes place. And we would say, Isaiah's already a certified prophet. He's already been serving the Lord. He's already been doing what God wants him to do. And now Isaiah 6 happens. In our words, we'd already say, he's already been a Christian. He's already got the title. And what I think we have to realize is that Isaiah and God in Isaiah's life wants more than just wisdom, more than just experience, more than just knowledge. God is after something deeper than just the title. In other words, he wanted more than just religion. He wanted to reveal himself. And Isaiah says, here I am. And it's because God has done something to Isaiah, and he's done something in Isaiah. And surrendering to Jesus is the only best response to revelation. So the question that we started with, that I want to end with, is how do I become a more effective Christian? How can I be a bigger impact for God? How can I do more for God? How can I see my world changed all around me? And the question that I would then ask is maybe, and as we were kind of on our trip, as we were talking about it, one of the things that we had to realize is maybe God's bullseye and my bullseye are a little bit different. Maybe I have an expectation of here's what I want to see happen, and God's expectation of wanting to see something happen is just totally different. The big idea for today that I just want to leave you with is this, is that God's bullseye, I believe, is that God wants more than our actions. God wants our hearts. Here's another way to say it, that Jesus is more concerned about doing something in us than what we will do through us. Jesus thinks that it is more critical to do something for us than what we will do for him. And Jesus wants to do something big in our lives more than he wants something big done through me. God wants not just my actions, he wants my heart. Here's the challenge, though. Here's the conflict with this idea. I want to see this thing done. I want this to change. I want this person to do that. I. The focus becomes me. The focus becomes what I want. And what the problem with that is that it's not what I want. It's the fact that we need God to reveal himself. Because when God reveals himself, then something transforms, something big happens, something changes bigger than what I want to see happen on the outside of me. We need God to reveal himself to us more than we need whatever that hope, whatever that dream, whatever that long-term vision is. And so what I want us to do as we end is to have another time of prayer. And I want you to just simply, in your own head, in your own space, I want you to pray. Only if you believe that it's true, but Jesus, I need you to reveal yourself to me this week more than I need whatever that is. Because again, oftentimes I say, this is what I think I need. I need this to happen so that this can happen so that that can happen. But what winds up happening is we forget that the most important starting place in our lives is that we need Jesus to reveal himself to us. We need him, not the things that he can do. In Psalm 27, I'm reminded of this. It says, I will seek your face. Not just his hand, I will seek your face. And so let's take a moment and pray, 30 seconds to a minute, and just pray within your own head, within your own heart. Jesus, I need you to reveal yourself more to me this week than anything else.